Hello, dog lovers. My name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer, also coach dog owners. And in this channel, we focus on training dogs without the use of treats, food, aversive tools, force, or domination. Hope you're doing well and everything is going well. And in today's video, I'm going to answer your dog-related questions. Feel free to ask your dog-related questions. And also, I will be sharing some news and information that I'm sure you're going to benefit from. And let's get this show started. So how's it going? Hope you're doing well. And if you have any questions, feel free to write them down in the chat area. If you want to get your question answered right away, you can support the channel by using the super chat option. And also today, I wanted to, before we get started to get questions answered, I wanted to give you some updates on what is going on with the channel and everything that is happening with our channel. So first of all, from this week, you're going to get, it started a week or 2 weeks ago, but it used to be every Wednesday and Sundays, I would be posting a new video at 6 a.m. We have changed it to 7 a.m. instead. So instead of 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time would be 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know a few of my viewers, they actually wait until the exact time and the video is uploaded and gets going and they watch it. So for those who are waiting for the videos, from now on would be every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The other thing is that now you can join the channel's membership. What is membership? Membership is a system on my channel. If you go to my channel, let me share the screen. So if you go to my channel now, there's a button here. It says join, right? So if you click on this join button, you will be offered three. I'm going to stop it at the moment. But if you click on this join button, you will be offered a membership option, which allows you, my fans, to pay a monthly fee and get access to members-only content, badges, emojis, and perks. With membership, you get to engage with me in deeper level and get various perks. Simply select the tier or the level that you would like and fits you, and then you will become a member. So let me give you some examples of what the perks are. Perks are whenever you join and become a member, I have 3 levels of membership. And first one is called Annie the Beagle. In this level, you are able to get obviously custom emojis to use in the live chat. You also get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats area. You will stand out. But also you will get exclusive photos taken by me about dogs with special messages and behind the scene photos and all the upcoming videos or events or things that are happening. You'll get photos and special messages, maybe even special tips, dog related tips as well. So that's the level 1, which is called Annie the Beagle. Now in level 2, which is called Harvey the Beagle, you'll get all the previous levels perks, plus you'll get shout outs in my videos, some of my upcoming videos, or also you can ask questions, dog related questions, and I will answer them in my next or one of my upcoming videos with shouting out your name as well. That's level 2. Next level from that would be level 3, which is Jonah the Beagle level. You'll get all the perks from previous levels. You will get also the option of connecting with me on social media on my private Facebook page, where you can get your questions not only answered, but I will be interacting with you one-on-one, helping you throughout the issues that you're having with your dog in more in depth, and even more you'll be able to talk to me personally. So I'll be able to help you actually in deeper level. You'll also get exclusive members only videos where I will be making videos exclusively for you, members only, where I will be talking about exactly what topics or issues about dogs that you want me to make videos about. So that would be cool as well, where I will be customizing in a way videos for you. So it's very exciting. This gives me an opportunity to engage with you in deeper level, more one-on-one level. So if you are interested, all you have to do is just go to my YouTube page and click on the join button, learn more there as well, or just join. Pick one of the tiers that fits you or you like, or you want to support the channel and contribute to the channel. Pick one of those, and I'll see you in the members only area. Hopefully I'll see one of you there sometime soon. Plus, I hope you watched this video I posted on Wednesday, which was called Welfare-Based Dog Training. I had a great time talking to Lislot, one of my guests. She was a guest on the channel. She came and talked about dogs, and there are so many more content that is coming up soon. In next few weeks, you're going to see her even more. You're going to be talking more about dogs. Next time, you're going to hear about aggression and what she thinks about aggression and how to deal with aggression. You're going to see all those, and it will be different ideas and thoughts from mine, but I welcome this type of ideas and thoughts, because I think the more we engage with the idea of exploring dogs and dog training in a way that it's proper and ideal without using aversive tools, force, or domination, we will get great results, actually. So stay tuned for more of those videos as well coming. And this Sunday, I will be posting the last video of the 5-part video series that I've started in the past 5 weeks, which is but let me show you that too, which is dog training basics. It's called dog training basics. So in this video series, we talked about let me pause this. So we talked about when to start training a beagle, basics of dog training, how long and how often you should train your beagle, what tools you should not to use to train your beagle, which method of beagle training is the best to get results. And this Sunday, we're going to finalize it with best beagle dog training without the treats and positive reinforcement. So I wanted for just fun, I wanted to show you a preview of this video. So I'm just gonna give you the beginning of the video, okay? So just the start of the video. Let me see if I can do it actually. Should work. Using play and praise reward system, which is a positive reinforcement method of dog training, and also it's a science-based dog training. So you can get great results here, and stay, and stay, and here, and also here. Come. Good. Yeah. Sit. Stay. So that's all I'm going to share for now. So that's what's coming in this Sunday's video. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it and you're going to benefit from it. So, sorry? In general, how to train your dog. So I'm focusing more on beagles, but overall, dogs. How do you train a beagle? So again, before I start answering your questions, I wanted to go through this concept. I wanted to share also a video with you again, which is going to be talking about how do you change a dog's behavior, okay? Changing a dog's behavior without using treats. Many of you viewers, many of you who are live now too, maybe you're wondering the same thing. I want to share this video a little bit in the beginning of this live show, because I think it will explain a lot of things. Now, many dog owners, they're wondering, how do you train a dog, or how do you modify a dog's behavior without treats, without food? Is food necessary to use? In my opinion, not really. You need to develop that connection with your dog, so your dog can be trusting you, so it can do what you're asking it to do. One of the things that you have to realize is that dogs are designed and bred for humans, by humans. The reason we did that, because we want them to do the things that we want them to do. If they were causing chaos and they were not trainable, they were not manageable, we wouldn't breed them. That's the reality that you have to realize. That's why we have dogs. We have dogs because we want them to do what we want them, we feel like to do, right? Not to force them, but we want them to live a healthy life with us. So how do we get these dogs to do what we want them to do, or not to do behaviors that we want? So I'm going to show you a video that I did it a while ago, and I'm training a beagle how to get over a fear, or do stuff, do a task that I'm asking her to do, which is not comfortable for her to do. So let's watch this and watch how I'm working with this dog, okay? How I'm changing this dog's behavior. So this is a very simple obstacle course. It's basically a ramp, a table that the dog needs to get on, and another ramp that they have to get on, and then step off the ramp, sliding down or walking down. So it's not very difficult obstacle course. So this is Nikki. Nikki is not very afraid of things. She's confident and comfortable to do this. So I'm going to ask her to do it. Nikki here. So again, I'm not using any treats, not using any force or any domination. I'm just asking her to trust me and do it. So as you can see, she is capable of doing it, no problem. Now I have another dog, it's a beagle, her name is Sky, who's a little bit sensitive about doing these things. That would be the challenge, and I'm going to work on that. So here is Sky, and let's see if she's going to do the same thing as I asked Nikki to do. Sky, come on. So as you can see, she is a little bit sensitive. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put the leash on her. So I have her under control now, so I can manage and control her either excitement or that sensitivity that she has, that anxiety that she has, so I can control it at least a little bit, manage it, and then I'll work with her. I'm not going to dominate her. I'm not going to force her to do it. I'm just going to use the relationship that I have with her, and I'm going to invite her to work with me. So, Sky, here. Come on. Come on. Come on. So, we have the same challenge. Come on. Come on, Sky. Sky, come on. Come on. So, I'm going to invite her to this, and just my invite, my energy, hopefully it will get her to get up here. So she's choosing maybe different path. Come on, Sky, Sky, come on. Good girl. Yes, good girl. So the first challenge that she accomplished, praising her, and I'm rewarding her just by affection. Affection is a reward. This interaction that I'm having with her, just spending the time with her and doing this, it's a reward. I don't have to give more than this. I don't need to confuse her more than this with treats or food. I don't need to use tools or anything. The time that I'm spending on, investing in this little step is more important, and it's more effective than any other reward that you're familiar with or you have been using. So I'm going to try her again. Sky, come on, you can do it. Yes, good girl. Yeah, you did it. Yes, you did. How about this? Sky, come on. Oh, good girl. Yes, good.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I should do this. I love you.
Let's see if it's going to come down. Come on. There we go. Yes. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. So again, I'm using praise and play. Yes. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just for small accomplishments, I'm just doing a little bit of play and praise with her. So here we go. I'll try her one more time. Sky.
Good girl. Good girl. How about here? Yes. Good girl. Yes. But it's very comfortable here. Yes. Good girl.
That's very interesting to see, actually. So I don't know if you get this part. One problem she was able to solve, it helped her to solve the other problem. And once she was able to solve this problem, she could easily solve the third problem. You see, each problem that she is able to solve makes the next problem to solve easier and faster. So now I think we are ready to go to our next level. Sky, yeah, good girl. Very good. Good girl. Which is doing all three at the same time. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. Sky.
Oh yeah. Come on. All the way. Yes.
Oh, she missed that one. We'll try one more time. Don't give up. Ah, she missed it. So I'm going to have to kind of direct her. Very good. Oh, you're getting on. No problem. Yes, yes. Good. Good girl. Yes. Yes. So just my interaction with her is making her feel rewarded. So she's not needing any treats or food or, this and that. All she is getting rewarded is my attention, my interaction, my passion, my love as you go forward. So as you can see, she accomplished 3 steps here. She was able to solve 3 problems.
Yes, good girl. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes.
Sky, come on, mama. Good girl. Come here. Very good. Over. Sit. Nope. Good. Sit. Stay. Isn't this
Very
fascinating?
good. Yeah.
I hope you really got something out of this. I mean, isn't this fascinating that you learn how to interact with a dog, first of all, with your beagle, maybe? How do you get them to do what you want, and how do you get them to change their outlook in life, change their behavior? That's how you change a dog's behavior, by investing time, by interacting with your dog, right? That's how you make a difference, right? It's not to go and buy the most expensive or the best treat to help that dog. That doesn't solve the problem, the big picture problem. The big picture problem here is that dog trusting you? You think that by using treats or food, you are building trust. No, your dog is being fed when you use treats. Your dog is just focused on the food and treats, is not focused on what you're offering, which is trust me. And once you build that trust with your dog will just um, do anything what you want it to do, right? And that's a proof to you, and I hope you got something out of it. Let me know what you thought about this, what I showed you, what you thought about it. Okay, let me know if you feel that it changed your point of view. Let me know in the comments area and or in the chat area. All right, let's get started with some questions, and we're going to go until 10 a.m. So we have about 40 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes to go through the questionnaire, and I will be answering your questions as fast as I can. And again, remember, if you want your question to definitely be answered, use the super chat option. That way, not only you're supporting the channel, you will get your questions answered for sure. I'm going to skim through the questions, and I'll be picking the questions that I think they need to be answered. And if you feel like you really need your question to be answered, then use the super chat option. So this is a question that I often get as well. How do I get my dog to stop barking for no reason? It's from Riley. So if your dog is barking for no reason, there's a reason that it actually happens. In your mind is because your dog is barking for no reason, but there is a reason why your dog is barking. And why is it that your dog is barking? Because your dog is not getting what it needs to. There's something missing in your dog's life. And I usually share this with my dog lovers, which is you're not providing your dog's daily 5 essential needs, which are exercise, training, socialization, care, and affection. If you don't provide these on daily basis, every day, 365 days a year, in this order, and provide them properly, your dog is going to give you some unwanted behavior. Could be barking, could be digging, could be chewing things, any behavior that is unwanted. The reason that happens is because you're not providing your dog's daily 5 essential needs. And if you don't provide them, they will do all those bad, unwanted behaviors to let you know that there's something going on. They're not happy. So they are telling you when a dog is barking, and for in your mind it's for no reason. There is a reason, right? Because probably you didn't exercise your dog properly that day. Probably you didn't do any training with your dog that day, or you haven't been training for the past few months. You haven't been socializing probably your dog. During this pandemics, many dogs, they didn't get proper socialization because of social distancing. So dogs didn't get proper socialization, so they are lacking that social stimulation, right? So they will bark to let you know. Probably you provided a lot of care and affection to your dog. That's what happens when you share only care and affection with your dog. Your dog also gets anxious, stressed, nervous, because you're just focused on these two, care and affection. And you forget that you have to provide other stuff too. So provide those, everything else, and you will see that your dog is going to stop barking. Next question is from Gurpreet. How many times walk a daily hour? I think I understand what the question is. How many times a day you should be walking your dog on daily basis? How many hours? Basically, all you have to focus on, as long as you're providing at least an hour of walk or physical activity with your dog. Now, 1 hour is the minimum. Some dogs need a little bit more. Some dogs need a lot more, right? But 1 hour is actually, it's something that a dog should get every day. Now, I don't usually suggest to provide 1 hour at one sitting at one time. I suggest to do 1 hour, but half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. So you break it down to 2 half an hours. And let's say if your dog needs 90 minutes, so 45 minutes in the morning, 45 minutes in the evening. It all depends on your dog's energy level, dog's personality, what it needs. If for example, if your dog is just getting a walk and nothing else, not playing with other dogs, not playing with toys, it's not playing with you, anything, any other physical activity, and just a walk per day. So maybe your dog needs 45 minutes, right? Because that's all the physical activity that's getting. But if there are opportunities that your dog is playing with other dogs, playing with toys, playing with you, going for walks and hikes and things like that, just focus on providing maybe 1 hour of walk. Okay. Next one is from, I have a hard time pronouncing this name. I'm just going to give your last name, Bijoy. Which is the correct way to put a beagle puppy in his crate, because he just jumps, cries when he is in the crate? I think it is because we are doing it in the punishment way. So how do we do it? Yes. So if you're using the crate as a timeout, as something that you're saying, you know what, go in there, so stop doing this behavior, or stop barking or this, and you're punishing your dog, or you're just upset with your dog and you just send it to go in the crate just because you had enough of your puppy, then obviously yes, your puppy is going to be upset as well, because you are upset and your puppy is upset as well. So if you upset each other, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get negative results. So what you want to do is, again, provide your dog with its daily 5 essential needs. Provide your puppy with its daily 5 essential needs, which are exercise, training, socialization. If you at least provide the first 3, and then the care, which is feeding and all that, brushing, feeding, and share affection. And then you place that puppy in a crate. That puppy is going to go in that crate voluntarily because it's done. It's done everything. It's good for time being. It had enough exercise, playtime. It had some training, mental stimulation. So exercise is physical stimulation, training is mental stimulation, and had some socialization, playing with other dogs, saying hi to people, and that's a social stimulation as well. And then care, and then affection. If you provide affection at the end, and after you provided all those, your puppy is going to say, I love to go in the crate. And that's the state of mind that you want to send a puppy to a crate. Hope that makes sense. Riley is saying hello. Thank you for being here. Just gonna read the question. I have a hard time with this profile name as well. A 1-year dog, how many times eats a day? My dog is eating twice a day and good dinner at night. Yeah, twice a day is actually perfect. I don't think they need to eat more than that. Once or twice a day is good enough for a dog. Remember, every time your dog is eating something, whether it's a little snack or treat or a meal, it spikes the insulin level. And as you don't want to repeat that over and over throughout the day. Even in humans, the more often you eat, the more often you're spiking the insulin level, which is not good. So the less times you stress your dog's system, the better. So once or twice a day is good to feed a dog. Hope that answered your question. Nikki is saying, Nikki the beagle, that is a very cute one. How long does it take to potty train a beagle? It's not a matter of how long it takes, it's a matter of how you go through the process of potty training your beagle. It usually should take 1 to 3 days, but if you do it properly. So what I mean by that is, if you take your puppy for the first 24 hours or 48 hours, if you take your puppy every 2 hours outside, whether they want to do it or not, they have to do it or not, you take it outside, you take it where you want it to do, and you take it and stay there until it does. And if it does, you praise it, you celebrate. And if it doesn't, you come back home and try in 5-10 minutes again. While you bring it back home, don't just let it go in the house and maybe start thinking of doing it in the house. Keep it under control. Either leash it, keep it under control, or put it in a crate, and then try it after 5 to 10 minutes. If you repeat that routine, I guarantee you within 24 hours or 48 hours, your puppy is going to be house trained, as long as you do the right thing. Now, the other concept and aspect of having successful potty training is, if you are feeding your puppy kibble or dry food, you're not going to be successful in potty training your puppy no matter how long you try it. If you feed your puppy kibble or dry food, you're always going to lose the battle, because dry food and kibble are dry. They force your puppy to drink a lot of water. Therefore, they are always thirsty, and they're going to continue on drinking water, and they're always going to have full bladder, and they're always going to have accidents. Whether you want it or not, whether you control it or not, whether you take it out every 2 hours or so, maybe every hour or something, but you constantly have to take them outside if your dog or your puppy is on kibble. So by changing the food to fresh food, either home cooked or raw diet, you will be able to monitor and control their bladder and their poops and pees and poos much better. It will be much easier to do that, to control them. And you will be having a successful potty training routine. Again, it's not how long it takes, it's a matter of how you approach the potty training. Hope that makes sense. Um, okay. Manoj is saying, my 3-month-old beagle occasionally shows aggressiveness by biting and jumping. How to control him when he shows it? So here's another great example. So 3-month-old puppy is not showing aggression. Aggression is not something that I don't think aggression has still developed in a 3-month-old puppy. 3-month-old puppy is still happy-go-lucky puppy, right? It hasn't gone bad yet. You know what I mean? So I don't think his aggressiveness is just frustration. And why is it that puppies get frustrated? There are several reasons why puppies would get frustrated and give you those behaviors of biting and jumping and aggressiveness. Biting is a very natural behavior for a puppy to do. That's because they're teething and their puppy teeth has to be replaced with adult teeth. So what happens is this sensation that they have in their jaw, it irritates them. So when it irritates them, they get upset, they get angry, they get uncomfortable, right? So therefore they need to have an outlet to release this sensation. The best outlet is bone, raw bone, or chew toys. Let them chew those, let them bite those, because that relaxes them and that helps them to get over that sensation. Now uh, if a puppy doesn't get that option, that outlet, then it will be biting you. Therefore, you will feel that, okay, your puppy is aggressive towards you. No, your puppy is just showing the normal behavior a puppy will do. And jumping, again, is something, a behavior that any puppy will do. It's just a matter of you teaching your puppy that you don't jump on people. If you want, you can jump on anything else if you want, but on humans, maybe don't jump, right? You can set that up. You can teach that to your puppy. Eventually, he's going to learn it and give you the results that you want. But in general, if you don't provide your puppies, again, daily 5 essential needs, you will have a puppy who's going to be frustrated because it's not getting what it needs to get. Therefore, it's going to give you behaviors that it seems like aggression, but it's not aggression. It's just frustration because they're not getting what they want. And I know this for sure. Most dog owners, most beagle owners especially, they only share a lot of affection and care with their dog. These are the two things that most dog owners focus on, and they don't focus on these three things, right? They forget about this stuff, right? They just focus on affection and care. And if you share only affection and care with your dog, you're going to have a frustrated beagle, puppy, or dog. Okay? So don't just focus on those two, focus on these 5 and provide them every day in this order, so your puppy can be satisfied and happy. So you won't be frustrated and angry and keep reminding you that I'm frustrated or not. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Mr. Croc plays. How would you know when your beagle needs to go to the bathroom? Also, do you remember me? I don't remember you. Can you give me some some clues? Something I can't remember. How would you know when your beagle needs to go to bathroom? So I don't know. Depends on how old your beagle is. If your beagle is puppy, every 2 hours. If it's an adult and needs to go, just depends. Again, this is very hard question to answer. If your dog is on kibble and is drinking a lot of water and is on kibble diet, they tend to pee and poo a lot, so you have to take them more often. Whereas if your puppy or your dog is on raw diet or fresh food, you don't really need to take them often. So you just take them whenever they need to go. What I usually do is I know, for example, my Annie, I'll give you an example of Annie. I know she has to go once in the morning, right? When she wakes up, she has to go. One at 2 o'clock and one at 7 p.m., right? I know this because I keep an eye on her. I make sure that I always give her the chance to do it. So, hold on. So I know her routine, and I know when she has to go, and when she has to do it. So therefore, what I do, I just take her and let her do it. So when she does it, I kind of mark down. You can either remember it or you can mark it down and remember when it was done. So you just do it. You just take it at that time. So I take her, for example, I take Annie once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening. Most of the time, she doesn't do in the evenings. So I always take her anyways, just to make sure she has to go or not. But that's the thing. I know how long she has to go, when she has to go. I don't know if you guys can see, but we have Mithun Near has used the super sticker. I think she has become, Mithun Nair has become a member, I think. A super sticker. He has got a super sticker. Thank you, Mithun, for being a member. I think you are a member now, and that is cool. Thank you very much, and thank you for your support. And that is so cool to see. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I can see it. That's cool. Thank you very much, Mithun. Let me see. What is the next question that I wanted to answer? All right, we have Don V Filmora tutorial. Hi, Saro. As I told you on Tube Ritual, I got my first puppy, but it came with the first big challenge. He somehow got the parvovirus. He's getting vet attention every day, but do you have any advice? He's 2 months old golden retriever. That's too bad that your puppy got parvovirus. It's very rare for puppies to get that, and it's one of those things that I think it just sometimes happens because it depends on your location. It depends on your area that you're living. It all depends. So if there's a parvovirus, there's a shot that your puppy should get it. Sorry, there are bags dogs in the background. um, your puppy should get a puppy shot, which includes the parvo virus, right? Parvo protection. So if your puppy gets that vaccination, it should be good for the whole entire year. It should be okay to be protected throughout the year. So I think, Yoko, I can hear in the background. Can you hold on? Okay, so I think the best thing to do is to just keep it in the house for 2 to 3 weeks, and don't introduce any other puppies or dogs for now. That's unfortunate to hear. Sorry about that. Teresa McCarter is in the house. The video with Lislot, great. You're willing to bring others in who provide another way of thinking about things and expanded view. It shows excellent trainer you are, and you care about dogs. Thank you very much. That's a great feedback. Yes, there are many other dog trainers that in our in YouTube world, in our world in general, but we're not aligned well. There are dog trainers that they still think that it's okay to use force or domination or even shock collars. Those type of trainers, I can't invite them to come and talk to me on the channel. That's why I have a hard time finding ideal or same mindset dog trainers. I have asked few dog trainers who are in the same line with me, although they use treats or food to train dogs. I'm okay with those type of dog trainers because I think they bring another point of view in dog training. But in general, I can't invite any dog trainer. It has to be a dog trainer who doesn't use aversive tools, force, or domination. At least, if they're using treats, I'm okay with that. It's not that I'm against using treats in general, but I do suggest dog owners not to use treats for several reasons that I think and if you have been watching my videos on my YouTube channel, you kind of have an idea why I don't suggest using treats. But in general, there are dogs who are not food motivated, so they need those dog owners, they need a way of training their dogs, so my channel comes handy as well. So that's great feedback to hear from you, Teresa. Let's see. Yes, we have Mitu Near. He gets a super sticker, which is good. Great. If you want to join Mitun, go ahead and feel free to do so. Okay, so there's lots coming in, lots of questions and stuff. I'll try to go as fast as I can. I think this is an interesting question. Neil Mehta is asking, sir, how do I emotionally connect with my puppy? I have a golden retriever puppy, so how much should he eat in a day if he is 3 months old? So there's two-part question, I think. How do you emotionally connect with your puppy? So one of the things that I want you to remember and realize is, again, I mentioned in the beginning, dogs have been designed and bred for humans by humans. That means we are automatically selected the dogs, these breeds of dogs in general, dogs, to be connected with us. So they are automatically connected with us. they are born to listen and obey humans. So they are automatically connected to us. They are pre-programmed already. That, think of it that way. I hate to use dogs as computer or something like that, but that's how it is. Genetically, they have been designed and born to work for humans and live with humans, and that's why we breed them. If they were horrible animals and they were not connected to us and they were not obeying or listening to us, or they're not showing any positive outcome, we wouldn't breed them, right? The reason we breed them is because there are kind of animals that we can connect with them easily. So they are connected already. All you have to do is take the wheel and continue on connecting with your puppy. And two of the best ways of connecting with a puppy is through natural needs of a puppy, which is play and praise. Play and praise. If you play, a puppy is born, it wants to play. That's the only thing that it wants to think about. I want to play, I want to have fun, I want to have a good time. If you use play as a way to connect with your puppy, you'll see that it will connect with you faster. Praise is, there was a new study done recently, and I've been telling this for many years, but the new study has been done that dogs who are being told "I love you" by their humans, their heartbeat goes faster, 40% faster, right? I can't remember exact numbers or the title of the study, but studies have shown that if you praise your dog's heartbeat changes. What does that mean? That means your dog is more excited about you praising it and playing with it. If you use these two, play and praise, you will connect with your puppy in no time. And emotionally, you will be connecting with your puppy. The other trick or the other secret is, and I've started sharing this secret, is spend time with your puppy. Most dog owners, they get a puppy and they have a 9 to 5 job, and they go to work throughout the day. They come back home, they spend maybe an hour or two with their puppy most, and that's about it. If you spend an hour or two with your puppy doesn't have any opportunity to connect with you, right? There's not enough time to connect with you. So the first few months, you want to connect with your puppy, connect in the way that a mom will connect with its parents, with its babies. You have to spend time with your puppy. 24/7 is great, but as much as time you spend with your puppy, it would be beneficial for your puppy, and you will connect with your puppy faster and better, healthier way. So how the second part question is, how much should he eat if in a day if he's 3 months old? A 3 months old golden retriever, I think you said, yes. I'm guessing a 3 months old golden retriever is about 40-50 pounds, somewhere around there. I'm guessing 30, 40, 50 pounds. So if it's, let's say, 40 pounds, just let's use 40 pounds, your puppy should be eating 400 grams of food. So 40 pound times 10, it gives you in grams, and you'll figure out how much you should feed your puppy in grams. So your puppy, if it's 40 pounds, it should get 400 grams of food daily intake. And puppies usually, because they're growing up, you want to keep adding every week or so. You want to keep adding a pound or two to each meal. So because they're growing until they become adult. Hopefully that helps. Hold on, what's going on? Yes, I mentioned it.
you answer this question?
I haven't got the question.
Yeah, well, he had asked before we did this.
Okay, hold on. Just let me figure out what's going on here.
His question is, hello, sir, how are you? I have a beagle puppy and want to know from what age we need to use leash and training than basic instruction. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer. Hold on, Me Too's question, since he supported the channel. And the question is, at what age do I start leash training and using leash to train my puppy, right? So you start at very young age, and I have examples here, and I'll show you an example. So this is your puppy, let's say. So what you want to do, I'm going to remove this so you can see it better. Let's pretend this puppy is Chapo or Mochi, whatever. If you have a puppy, what you want to do is focus on using one of these harnesses, okay? A harness like this. This has connection on the front and the back, and also a little bit of hook in front. There are harnesses nowadays that you can use. They have a separate hook in front too. So you want to use harness first of all. The collar is just to put the ID tags for now for the dog, right? And you're not going to be using the collar for training, because collar is going to choke the dog. You know, every time puppies tend to pull on the leash, and every time they pull, you're damaging their neck, and you know they're breathing, and their, I can't remember technical word at the moment, but you're going to damage their neck. What was that? Esophagus. Yes, you're going to damage the esophagus. So you don't want to use collar. You want to use harness. Harness distributes the pressure if they're pulling on their chest, which is again not a good thing. You know, it puts pressure on the chest, but it's better than just the neck and the collar. So the harness distributes the weight in the chest area, but this is what you want to remember, that puppies are still developing. They're still not fully developed. So what happens if whatever pressure you put on your puppy, you're going to cause a damage anyways. So the best thing is to, whenever you're using a leash, you use the harness. So you attach the leash on the harness. So this way, you're not putting too much pressure on the puppy's chest. But because you're doing this, you're still putting pressure on the dog. So if you put it in front, like this, you're going to be able to kind of redirect the puppy towards you, either this way or that way, right? So this causes and helps you to reduce the pressure on the chest. Now, the other option would be to use one of these harnesses. So harness is the best thing, right? So you're going to put one of these harnesses on your dog. So I'm just going to quickly put it on and show it to you. So this is how it's going to look like. So this now is a little bit better, because now this harness, it has, as you can see, a little bit more room, and a little bit more physically, it has a little bit more space to protect and not put and also distribute the pressure a little bit more evenly in your pup. And also it has a padding too. It has it gives the opportunity for the pressure to be distributed a little bit more evenly in your puppy's body. So that's what I want you to remember, first of all, that your puppy is developing. It's not fully developed yet. So you don't want to put any pressure on your puppy's body in general. But if you have to, use harness, okay? And also use a long leash as well. Let me see if I have a video that I can share with you. What I mean by long leash, let me just quickly I'll see if I can find. So let me see if I can show this. So I'm going to show you this. So this is Annie. So that's, I'm using the harness, as you can see. So I'm using the harness to walk her. That helps me to distribute the pressure more evenly in her chest and her body, but also focus on improving the walk. Let the puppy do whatever it wants to do. As you can see, I'm letting Annie to do whatever it wants to do. It's sniffing around, sniffing the air, coming back to me. I'm not walking her like a soldier. That's one of the things. You want to make sure that you allow your puppy to do. You see how loose I'm holding that leash? That's how you should be walking your puppy or your dog. You shouldn't be forcing your dog to walk exactly the way you want it. You want to let them walk the way they want it, at least in the beginning, because they're learning, they're exploring, they're figuring out what's going on. All these things are happening around them. So you want to let them to explore and figure out what's going on. Now, I was saying about the leash, long leash. Let me show you. Hold on. Just give me a.
Also, at what age to start leash training?
So, yes, I'll answer that. So here's again example. You see that Annie is on a leash, on a long leash, right? So let me show you another one. There we go. So she's on a long leash. So this way, even though she's wearing a collar, as you can see, it's not putting pressure on her neck and chest. There's a Harvey as well. So I'm using a long leash so she can walk freely, but she's still under control, right? And I can manage her, and that's the idea. And now, at what age? You can start at any age. As long as you find the proper harness that you can put on your puppy. Usually, sometimes puppies, because are too small, sometimes you have to use cat collars. Just to give you an additional tip, cat harness. Sorry, there are harnesses that are designed for cats as well, because some puppies and some dogs are too small. Not all the pet stores, they carry small harnesses. So just find an ideal harness for your puppy, and just put it on a harness and just work on improving the walk. And you can start at any age. Hopefully that answered your question. Let me see. We're past 10 o'clock, but I'm just going to stay here just 10-15 more minutes, because there's so many other questions that I didn't get to answer. There was a question. Arm 19, my 2-year-old beagle doesn't listen to us these days. We have to apply force to pull him when he's walking, and whenever he sees another dog, then he just pulls me. So this is question from Arm 19. Thank you for being here, Arm. I know you are one of the members of this channel, fans of this channel, and you always come to join my live session. Thank you for being here. So if your beagle doesn't listen to you these days, and is 2 years old, so when a beagle doesn't listen to you, or your dog doesn't listen to you, it's a signal that it's time to refresh the training. What I mean by that is, it's a signal to you that we need to start going back to basics and restart the training again, because probably your beagle forgot it, or because you didn't um, continue on training your puppy or your dog as it was puppy, it has started to do its own things, its own way, right? It's doing things that it thinks it's the right way. That means you and your dog are disconnected, right? You're not one at the moment. So to bring you to become one, you have to go back to basics and go back to training. uh, if you're I don't know if that means that you are off leashing your beagle and doesn't come to you, and whenever you ask it to come, and you have to pull him when he's walking, and whenever he sees another dog, he jumps and just wants to pull. That means your beagle is excited. It doesn't have the opportunity didn't have the opportunity to get stimulated. So one of the things that I would suggest is, first of all, go back to basics. Start retraining your beagle, basic obedience: sit, stay, come, heel, stand, down commands. Just go back to basics. And also work on improving the walk. And the third tip that I have is focus on providing let me see if I can, there we go. Focus on providing your beagles daily 5 essential needs. This is very important. Many dog owners, they forget this. They forget that they need to provide their beagles 5 essential needs. And if you don't, training is there, proper amount of exercise is there. If your puppy or your dog is not exercised enough or properly, they will give you those behaviors. They will show that they're not exercised enough. A dog who's exercised enough mentally, both mentally and physically, it will not. It's not that it will ignore other dogs, but it will say, you know what, I'm stimulated. I had enough stimulation in my mind and my body, so I don't need to use the other dog as a stimulation. Whenever a dog is reacting to another dog, in most cases, is because that dog, the other dog that you're seeing, the dog is seeing, is a way of stimulation for your dog. Your dog is, imagine you're sitting at home bored and you have nothing to do, which is hard to imagine these days, people becoming bored. Just imagine you're bored, you have nothing to do, and you're dying to do something, and you turn on TV and there's the worst show on the TV, for example. Because there's nothing else, you'll watch that show anyways, right? Because you're bored and you need something, a way of outlet, right? Even though it's the worst show or worst video or worst TV film on TV, you still watch that because you have not. You need to somehow kill the boredom, right? So your dog is the same thing. Is bored physically, mentally, is not stimulated. When it sees a dog, when it sees a squirrel, when it sees something, there's an opportunity for me to focus on that and kind of stimulate myself, right? So focus on those. I hope that makes sense. Let me. Ron D says, I have a rescue 8 months pit and she's always scared of people. And when we reach out to pet her, what can I do? She's scared of people, 8 months old pit. This is very, I'm guessing, she's 8 months old, and, I'm hoping this is not the case, but we call this, unfortunately, this situation, pandemic puppies, pandemic dogs. I am one of those. I have Annie, and she's a pandemic puppy. Because what happens 8 months ago, was it 10 months ago? 8 months ago, we started this social distancing. And because we did the social distancing, we didn't have the opportunity to socialize with people and dogs and stuff like that. So my puppy Annie also, she is scared of some men, right? Because I didn't get enough opportunity to get her to meet people at the young age, at the age that she's ready to take in information, I missed the opportunity, unfortunately. And it's happened the same thing with you, I think. You missed the opportunity to socialize your pet properly. So therefore, now she doesn't know how to solve this problem, right? People approaching and bringing their hand, and she's scared and all that, right? So what happens if you don't address it now? It will turn into fear, and then fear aggression. So she's going to start reacting. So what you want to do, and that's what I'm doing too, is I make sure that Annie, for example, is focused on me 100%. That's the challenge. I'm still working on it as a dog trainer myself. I have my own challenges too. It's not that I'm perfect, but I'm giving you what I would do, and what I'm doing. What I do is every time she sees another person or some another, whatever it is, that she starts freaking out or panicking, and she gives me the signals, which is in her case is she does that. She gives me the signal. So what I do, I ask her to focus on me 100%. So I ask her to sit, stay, no, pay attention to me, ignore that person. So she starts looking at me, paying attention to me. And as we get near that person, she has more, she has that ability to relax because she's focusing on me and not that person. And eventually, in few months, I'm guessing she will be able to tolerate being petted. At the moment, she tolerates women, but not men as much as she should be, for example. But what happens is she's getting better and better. So, for instance, this morning I was walking her, and there was a man coming out of nowhere. This person came out of nowhere, and she gave me the signal. She did that, and I knew that, okay, she's scared of that person, or she's reacting to that person. So what I did, I asked her to sit, stay, heel with me, and she focused on me, and that person came by me and passed by me, and she didn't even care, right? So that was a good signal that little steps, if you take little steps, then you will see that your dog is going to be able to solve those problems better and faster, right? So work on those, Ron. Work on the basics. At least teach your pet to sit, stay, and calm during distractions, when there are distractions. So you have to work on those, and get her to focus on you. And yes, you were asking how to build the confidence. So that's how you build the confidence. That's how you that's how you build the confidence, right? So that's going back to basics and asking the puppy to focus on you. Let me see. So it's the same thing with Carol. Carol is asking the same question. Is my dog barks at other dogs and scared them? She's not doing it in an aggressive way. She just wants to meet them. How do I stop this behavior? So the reason your dog is barking at other dogs is, again, yeah, it's not scared. Probably is excited to see the other dogs. But what has happened is, because you haven't provided enough exercise and training and socialization, so the other dogs become a way of being stimulated, right? So your dog says, I want to go on and play with that dog, but you have to give a little bit of exercise beforehand, a little bit of training beforehand, a little bit of socialization. So what I would suggest to do is, for example, play 5-10 minutes in the house with your dog before going for a walk. Bring that energy level down. And while you're training, while you're playing with your dog and exercising your dog for that 10-15 minutes, do some training as well. Sit, stay calm. If you want to know how I do it, I have videos on my channels that I show how to train and exercise the dog at the same time. So that's how you bring that energy level down, right? And if you bring the energy level down and go out for a walk, you'll have better success. You'll give your dog a better chance to be at least not barking at other dogs, right? And at least to be in a calmer energy level, to greet other dogs, right? Me too, you're welcome. Hopefully that answered your question.
Did you answer Jolie Lamba's question?
I'm going.
Is this a sign they have joined this?
I think so. Yes.
Then you should answer.
Um,
Saying you missed.
Let me see.
Saying what to do when a street dog attacks my dog.
Hold on. I'm just checking some stuff. I'll be back to the questionnaire. Okay. Just too many questions. I'm having a hard time. What? Jolie? Jolie Lamba. Let me find Jolie Lamba's question.
Yeah, it's what to do when the street dogs attack my puppy.
I see this one, Jolie Lamba. Which age is best for beagle puppy to be adopted? That's a good question. If you're adopting a puppy, it should be between the 8 weeks and 12 weeks old. The maximum you want to go is 14 weeks. That would be the ideal age to adopt a puppy. I don't see the other questions, but
yeah, what to do when street dogs attack?
What to do when street dogs attack? So there's a question. I can't see the question at the moment. I can't find the question yet, but I will answer it. What to do if a street dog attacks your puppy? So the first thing is obviously you want to be calm. Second of all, if you have a leash, what you want to do is grab this leash and put the leash around the other dog that is attacking your puppy, like that, and try to pull its neck in a way that if you could, let me see if I can do this. So what you want to do is put the leash around your dog, dog neck, and just loop it around, and or somehow just do it. You could do this way. Hold on. You could put this through the hole like that, and then put this around the dog. Okay, and then pull the dog. This is we're not trying to choke the dog, but if you pull the dog, what it does, this is why I don't like to teach the dog owners to pull on the leash on the dog, because what happens if you do this off a lot, you're actually going to choke your dog, right? Choke them to death. So you don't want to choke them to death. You want to do is just momentarily get them to faint. That way, as soon as they faint, they will release your puppy. I know it's kind of strange. I've never done it myself, but I've learned this technique. And it's something that I hope I don't come across and don't have to do it. But that's a tip that I've learned that you could do. hopefully, hopefully it'll help you. But yeah, that's terrible to go through.
Also, new meta is saying you didn't answer my question several times.
Neo Meta, what is the question?
See, question.
I see this question. I don't really know whether my puppy is biting me in aggression or is he playing with me. I just want to know what will he do when he's angry. Can a golden retriever live in air conditioned room?
Yes.
Yes, it can. It's actually better. Golden retrievers are very hairy and furry, so they are always hot. So yes, it's good idea to cool them off with the air condition. That would be ideal in hot days. Your puppy is biting you is not because of aggression, it's because it's playing with you, and what you want to do is I answered it earlier, but you want to provide chew toys, chew bones, raw bones, or puppies or other dogs to play with. That way, your puppy is going to have an outlet. That's the key. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Okay.
It's saying the playlist that you sent last week says the video was private.
I'll look into it. Okay, I answered that question.
Yeah, it's time to.
All right. Okay. So thank you all for being here. I hope I was able to give you some information that you needed about dogs. We'll do this every week. Here every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for Mithun Nair for joining and getting a super sticker. Thank you all for being here. If you feel that you need more information and if you have any other questions that you want me to help you with, you can definitely ask me in the chat, in the comments area. And if you want more in-depth questions to be answered, you can always join my members area. Again, you can go to my channels page. I'll show you one more time. You can go to my channels page and click on join. That's how you become a member. Select a tier, perks that you prefer and enjoy, and join the membership and come and become a member. And I can give you a better and more in-depth information and help as well. And if you have any other questions, you can also ask them in the comments area. And if you want to become an educated dog lover and have a healthy and happy, well-behaved dog, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the like button as well. And share these videos, share this channel with other dog lovers like you. Let this channel become a bigger channel and more distributed in the world, so everybody can benefit from this information that I'm sharing in this channel, and let them know to subscribe to the channel as well. And remember, every week I will be posting 2 videos on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm here live every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until next time, have fun with your dog.